It was a late afternoon when my friends and I decided to take a walk into the trees at the back of our house. We often do this when we are bored or if we get scolded by our parents. There were three of us who were friends since childhood. Diane, which is the oldest, 1 year older than me and Kurt. We were walking along the path when we noticed a new path leading deep into the woods. Diane dared us to check the new path and will call us chickens if we didn't. I would now prefer to be called a chicken instead of having this anxiety. We followed the new path, and about 15 minutes of walking, we noticed a displaced door standing in the middle of the woods. Kurt was curious and went ahead and inspected the door. He walked around the door and jokingly said, "This must be a door to another dimension," then chuckled. Diane got closer and checked the door handle. Nothing fancy or weird about the door and its handle. Somebody must be trying to prank people, she said. I, on the other hand, was creeped out by this door and warned the guys not to touch it. Diane, being a butthead, was looking at me while trying to touch the door. Diane touched the door and suddenly shook violently like being electrocuted. I went into a panic while Kurt was stunned. Diane then stopped and laughed at us. "You really think a wooden door had electricity on it?" she asked. "That was a bad joke," I shouted. Kurt then started laughing while looking at me. "What? You went on a panic mode, not even sure what to do," he added. Kurt then suggested to open the door and check if it will show us another dimension or if dinosaurs will come out. Diane, without hesitation, turned the handle and opened the door. An eerie squeak came from the hinges of the door like some sort of a horror film. Kurt and I slowly moved sideways to peek through the opening, and there it was, a different view from where we were. It's as if the door is inside the building. What we saw was a hallway with different doors indicating numbers, which is like years. Beside each door are panels that look like a security lock with a screen and number buttons. The walls were all white and the ceiling gave off a bright light that illuminated the hallway. To his curiosity, Kurt tried to enter the door. We tried to pull Kurt back and ask him not to go inside, but he insisted. He whispered, "I'll just take a peek inside and check if there are people or possibly aliens," and chuckled. Kurt removed my hand from his shoulder and proceeded to go in. He looked left and right and checked if anyone is there. Kurt then entered the hallway and started to look around. All of a sudden, people on some weird suit and mask appeared behind us. They were like people straight out of a sci-fi film. One of them has a gun-like weapon that was connected to the side of his arm. There was silence. Dan was now hiding behind my back, scared. I was scared too, and I was unsure if these were even humans. I'm scared that they might hurt us. One of the men in spacesuits started to come to us and then stopped a few feet from us. Suddenly, the mask from his suit retracted, and what we saw will haunt us for the rest of our lives. His face was shaped of a human, but his lips were like reptile and his eyes was of a goat. And then he spoke. "We are your future. You humans are bound for extinction. Only animals are worth saving." I looked back inside the door and saw that Kurt was now being held by two humanoids and were injecting something in his eyes. Leanne suddenly fainted and I felt dizzy. The last thing I saw were chained animals being taken inside the door and a syringe-like thing that was in front of my eyes. When I woke up, I found Leanne and Kurt unconscious beside me. My head was pounding and the door was gone. My memories of what happened were clear. I woke Leanne and Kurt They had the memories of what happened. I tried to tell them what happened, but I heard a voice inside my head. Never tell anyone what you saw. This is your burden. Tell anyone what you saw, and your family will suffer. It has been years. My parents are dead, and I'm all alone. No families, no friends. I don't care if they come for me now. All I ever wanted was to tell you what I've experienced in the hopes to change our future.